Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today we're going to be making calzones. One of my favorite things to make. It's kind of an easy dish, kind of inexpensive too. Got my dough this time at my store here at Winco. $1.98. This is going to make two really nice large size calzones. Otherwise, I have some Havarti cheese. I'm probably not going to use all of that, but I'm going to put a little bit in. It's a buttery, silky cheese. Got wonderful mozzarella. I got beautiful grated parmesan. We're going to do olives in one with sausage and pepperoni. And then these are going to be my toppings right here. We'll get to these afterwards, but those are going to be my toppings when we're ready to put it in the oven. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop my pepperoni in half, and then what I'm going to do is roll out my dough. As soon as I roll out this beautiful dough, you can make your own dough or you can buy your dough. It makes no difference which one you want to do. Some days, most of the time I make my own dough, but some days I like to just buy it because then I can roll it out and it's much faster. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the pepperoni in half, probably cut the sausage in half and roll out the pizza dough. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to stuff them together and get them in the oven. Welcome back. Okay, I got my pizza dough rolled out. And like I said, my Winco store has a good pizza dough. I use it sometimes when I'm too lazy to roll up my own dough. And like I said, $1.98, you can't beat it. I'm going to take my little Boboli sauce, and I'm going to use that today. I like Boboli. And boy, let me tell you, I got a good deal on my Boboli. Usually it's a little bit on the pricey side, especially last like 3-4 months because I don't know if shipments aren't coming over our mountain to get here and they can charge more, or if it's just in such high demand. I haven't figured that one out. But I got this Boboli packets on sale. I paid $2.93 for it, and I grabbed two because I was like, no, that's a good price. A couple months back, I was doing something real fast, and I needed to get it done, and I was like, I don't really have the time to make my own sauce, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Boboli. Boy, it was $4.93 for the same packet I just paid. I paid the price, though, because I had to get some stuff done, and wanted to take some treats over, and I did it. I paid the price, so this time I bought two. Okay, so I used a whole pack on my beautiful calzone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cheese down. I'm going to actually start with Havarti. I don't use too much Havarti cheese, but you know the Havarti is a nice like soft, creamy, buttery, melty cheese, so it does help. And I didn't want to use cheddar. My husband knows how to roll dough, and my husband, when he was young, he used to make pizzas, so we don't use cheddar on our pizzas. That's a no-no. We use all our white cheeses, so we're good there. I'm going to add a little bit more, but I'm going to make this one first. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the pepperoni. Now I'm going to stop putting so much on this side because I am going to put it together, but I like sauce on that side, and I also like cheese on that side because then what it's going to do is cover my pepperoni when I'm making it. I'm going to put some olives in here too, and this is going to be delicious. Oh, let me do my meat. I ended up not cutting up the sausage balls. I like the way they taste. Gives a little bit of grease from the sausage balls, not much, you know. It's already pre-cooked. I buy them pre-cooked in my pizza department, so I don't have to worry about it. A lot of times I do it myself. I'll take a mild New York Italian sausage, and then I go ahead and fry it up myself. I also like ground beef on mine, so I do that as well. I'm going to stuff this with olives. My husband and my son love olives. Me and my mom, we like pepperoni and sausage. That's about it, and cheese. We can eat it if we have to, but that's our go-to. That's our favorite. So I'm going to make this one for a husband and son, and then I'm going to make mine and mom separate. So I'm going to put a nice handful of cheese on it again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take my Italian seasoning and just put a little bit, not so much, not too much. I don't want it too much. That just enhances my my flavor for my sauce. That's all it does. Because when I make my sauce, I make mine super, super flavorful. I usually put basil, I put Italian seasoning, I put garlic powder, a little bit of garlic salt. Because, boy, the salt will bring it out and it'll make the dough taste really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am just flipping my edges here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll it over and then I'm going to continue to roll it over, and I'm going to take my fork, I'm going to push it down. Okay. Actually, let's see here. I'm going to take it. Press it down. Okay. I'm going to take my fork, I'm going to puncture the top, because that's how it's going to get the air inside, and it'll help for my edges not to come out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on my pizza tray. And you can put it on your pizza tray. A lot of times I'll assemble with it on my pizza tray already. But there's a lot of times I don't, and I have to move it. If anything looks like it's coming out, just go ahead and, just reposition it over, scrunch it up, use your fork. If you're worried about it, just take it and go like that. Crimp, 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 crimp. Just keep crimping. This should all stay together fine. Won't do that much damage. There's a lot of cheese in there, so it's going to help keep it secured. And it should be fine and dandy. Okay, this is the part where I want to show everybody. This is what I do with mine. I take like a teaspoon of butter, and then I take my garlic spread, and I'm going to take a little bit less. And I'm just going to mix it together. Just incorporate everything. And then I'm just going to easily just put it over my dough. This is going to taste delicious. It's going to enhance the flavor of the dough because of the garlic and the butter together. It's going to make it nice and kind of crunchy on top, which is good. You're going to enjoy it. It's good. It's really good. And it'll help just make it nice and brown too, make it all beautiful. And I just do this because all it does is give it extra flavor. And then I'm going to take, and I'm going to get my Italian seasoning. I'm just going to put it on just like that. And let me just move it a little bit closer so you could see. And I'm just going to put the Italian seasoning just like that. I'm going to take some parmesan, and I'm just going to put it all over the top. And like I said, it's just going to give it a little bit of a salty, crunchy, brown, beautiful top. And all it does is give it flavor. That's all it does. So if you don't like these things or you don't have these things, don't worry about it. You don't need them. I'll tell you a secret too. Even if you just put butter or egg on there, take a little bit of cheese and just drizzle it if you didn't have Parmesan. You know, sometimes I do this on purpose. You know why? Because then I know which calzone is mine and Mom's and which one is husband's and son. And then just do that. Can't hurt anything. It's just got a little cheese on top. But that's really how I identify the calzones. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. And I'm going to time it exactly for you guys today. And then I'm going to go in and make the second one. And then I'll just be back as soon as this one's done. Welcome back. Okay, I want you to see this beautiful calzone. Gorgeous. Look at the bottom. It's got a nice, nice brown bottom. The top is beautiful. The extra brown that you see on top of here is the cheese and the garlic and the parmesan. It's going to add a lot of flavor. You can see it's just oozing just ever so slightly right there. So it was 35 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees, and I preheated the oven for about 30 minutes. Now we're going to cut into our beautiful calzone. This calzone is a good dinner, really a good dinner item. You can also take them the next day to work for lunch. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut it about right here, and I'm going to cut it a little bit at an angle with my pizza cutter, because I don't want everything to run out, but I want you to be able to see how everything looks inside. I want you to see that. That's beautiful. Here's some extra pizza sauce with it. Oops, better not do that. That could be disastrous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this side, because my calzone is extra big. I'm going to cut it like this because I want everybody to see all the goodness here. I want you to be able to see the pepperoni, the sausage, the cheese, the olives. This is an excellent meal. This is what I was talking about tomorrow for lunch. Take that tomorrow for lunch to work and enjoy it. It warms up perfectly fine. That's my sausage. And I'm going to just put that right here, squeeze that right in. I don't want to have nothing missing. And then you can see how nice and delicious this is. But I want to just take a piece off here, the side. You're going to love the extra little bit of garlic spread. That gives it a taste. It's got a hint of that sweet garlic, which is beautiful. This is a relatively inexpensive, and you can also watch what you're eating. It's just sausage, pepperoni, olives, cheese. Just measure your stuff out. All this came from the $1.98 dough I made, or I purchased. All of this came from $1.98. And you can stuff it with just veggies, your own sauces, but like mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, olives, no meat needed. But if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And I want to thank you for coming in and cooking with me, Andrea.